Hello, beautiful souls. Um, why is my camera not working right? It's so weird. I don't know why it's not working. Why it looks the wrong camera is working. That's great. Anyhow, I don't know why it's very grainy and it shouldn't be. But if you're here and you can hear me, please let me know. I want to make sure that you can hear me. I'm hoping. Oh, okay. Good. Thanks. It looks a little grainy. I don't know why it looks grainy. I don't know. Anyhow, hey everybody. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes for everyone to get on. So tonight is the new moon in Pisces. Now let's go back to last week. Last week, if you follow me on Facebook, I think I posted it on my business page also. We had Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's clear. I don't know why they can't. I don't know. Whatever. Can't win. Last week we had an X class solar storm. We had actually two of them. And the second one was 2.2, I think, which is really, really strong. So, trying to remember what day it was. I don't know if it was Friday, Thursday, something like that. Anyhow, hey Shelly, you most likely felt it. A lot of people, like, the symptoms of a very strong solar storm would be dizziness, unable to speak right, tired, achy. You would feel it in your solar plexus. Get it? Solar storm, solar plexus. So you might have had like stomach issues. Some people got nauseous, a lot of anxiety, a lot of like, hey Toddy. So that was, and it's been calm ever since. But what we're going through now is integrating those upgrades, downloads. What the solar storm does to us, when it hits the earth, it's an intense energy. And within these energies of light, our body adjusts to it. It goes through our body, it goes through the earth, and everything on planet Earth has to align with that energy. Because we aren't used physically to that intense energy, we would feel it physically for sure. I mean, it's been going on. It's just that it looks like when they come in, they're happening more frequently and more intensely. So just know, hey Judy, that these storms coming in, you'll feel them when they come in. You'll feel whatever it is that you feel. You'll feel it physically. And then over the next few days afterwards, your body has to recalibrate and, what's the word? I can't remember the word. Basically adjust to this new energy. Hey, Amy. Hey, Suzanne. Yes, it has. I was thinking of you the other day. So we're going to have to recalibrate to this. So the after effects for me is like dizzy, tired, very achy. A lot of other people are either anxious, kind of the same symptoms, but different than when you got hit with the storm. So if I gave you a list of symptoms, we'd all feel them on one level or another. Yes, the last week has been crazy. It's I feel like we're getting smacked in the face with all kinds of shit, and we don't even know where to look. We don't even know like where it's coming from. It's just like everything is happening at once. Hey Lori. So it's been a week. Oh, really, Nicole? Anxious? Yeah. I mean, I normally don't have anxiety unless I'm picking it up from other people. But I've been picking my cuticles. That's my outlet for my anxiety. I pick them and then I bite them and I pick them. So it has been on a whole other level over the past, I'm going to say about 2 months, but the past week when we got hit with that, it was a lot. It was a lot. So, what is the new moon in Pisces? So, the new moon is beginnings. This is when you set intentions. Some people like to do releasing during a new moon, but the way I follow the moon cycle, the new moon, I set my intention, and then as it grows to the full moon, I use the full moon to release. You can do it. That's fine, Anita. You can do it however it resonates with you. You know, there's really no right or wrong. Yes, Suzanne, very loopy. I've been feeling that too, loopy. A lot of people have been going to the doctor for what is it called? Like vertigo and dizziness. A couple of clients of mine thought they were having a stroke or something. And they didn't find anything. So, especially if you're sensitive, you're going to feel it more. Oh, I'm sorry, Suzanne. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at the way you said it. So, the new moon, I like to set intentions. So, it's in Pisces, which is a water sign. And Pisces is also intuition. Water is emotions. So, you're going to feel maybe more emotional right now, especially with the shot of energy that we just got. Just more sensitive, more intuitive. So it depends how you look at it, right? Too much of anything is no good. Tonight's meditation, what we're going to do is we're going to work with water and do a cleansing to clear out whatever is not aligned with the new energies that we just received and connect with our higher self. Because this is a great time to do meditations, automatic writing, even journaling, but anything that enhances your abilities. I'm trying to think like what would be an easy, really just visualization. Everything starts with the mind. The mind is everything. And if you can focus or visualize in your mind, however you do it, it's going to manifest. Or let's say when you're dealing with other realms and dimensions, whatever you see in that vision, whether it's meditating, dreaming, it's real. It's just not in a third dimension. And the more Earth evolves into the fifth density, into the fifth dimension, really, it's fourth density, as Earth is evolving, because I know I'll go down a rabbit hole with this one. And upgrading her energy, we have to upgrade our energy as well. And you can see through the earthquakes, tornadoes, the serious storms that have been going on. This is Earth's way to purge. Now, whether it's man-made, which I don't know, or it's natural, either way, it's Earth purging. And just like we're doing, we're purging. So I also, sorry, sometime during the week, I do want to do a Gaia meditation because I think she needs our love too. This way she can support us back. So this month, well, this cycle we'll call it because it's the 20th. So this moon cycle is going to bring us a lot of changes. A lot of changes. Most of us, if not all of us, are at a crossroad. And if you don't think you are, you're just avoiding making the choice. Let's put it that way. We're at a crossroad. There is a lot of things that are going to happen globally, a lot of truth that's going to come out, a lot of maybe, I don't think surprise is the word. It's more like shocking things we're going to become aware of. Oh yeah, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse because we have the I think Neptune is in Taurus and Saturn. I can't remember. I didn't write it down. And right now I can't even think right. But Saturn and Neptune are playing a big influence on these changes over the next year. This month is going to be major, major shifts. So if you've been feeling like you need to do something, you're going to be pushed to do it. If there is a choice you've been avoiding, you're going to be kind of pushed to make that choice. So there's going to be a lot of intense nudging, we'll call it, that's going to go on for the next moon, this moon cycle. And don't forget, it's still in Pisces. It's still a water sign. So there are a lot of emotions attached to it. So depending on your charts and your sign, how water influences your chart, or if you're a water sign, it's going to affect us a little differently, but the same. The experiences are different, but it's the same. The intensities might be different. It's still the same. So I'm trying to remember, because I go outside and I do my meditation every time before the circle. And usually I write down everything. Well, I did not do that because I was like, oh, I got this. Yeah, this is great information. Out the door. So write everything down when you receive some kind of information, even though you might think you're thinking it and you're going to remember, you're not. Because right now I feel like literally my head is in a fog. I can't remember shit. So, Suzanne already had him. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Definitely a lot of that going on. So if you're new to the circle, I want to welcome you. I'm usually not this ditzy, but today, I forget a lot, but today is really like intense. Every new and full moon, we talk about the energy, we do a group reading, and then we do a meditation or ritual or energy healing, something. We do something. So I'm going to show you 3 cards. Each card represents a deck. Pick the deck that you're drawn to. All the decks are going to resonate with each other. The one you choose is the message you need to hear. And most likely, you're going to think the other decks resonate more. But remember, the deck you chose is like that hidden aspect that you're not aware of just yet. So once you hear it, it's in your mind throughout the week, the month, whatever it is. It's going to bring you some clarity. So tonight's reading is Mermaid Seduction. This is the theme of tonight's reading. And then Strength, which kind of really tells us what we need right now. Like that spiritual strength. And the Mermaid Magic Seduction, to me, feels like unexpected things unfolding to your advantage. That's what this card right now feels like to me. So it feels like the energy is, we need strength. So we're going to feel overwhelmed, defeated, whatever. But the outcomes are going to be things we couldn't even begin to imagine, but in a good way. I don't think anything is really ever bad. I think when we go through it, we think it is. And then when it takes us to another level, we're like, oh, it really wasn't that bad. I wouldn't have gotten here if it wasn't for that. So don't look at things, even if it sounds shitty and you're thinking like, oh, great. It's still something good that will come out of it. So before I show you the cards, I want to thank everyone for your support, subscribing, donations, and of course, my patrons on Patreon. I want to thank you guys very, very much. I love our little group, our little community here. And I don't know about you guys, but I always look forward to the moon circles because I feel like I'm a part of something. And that's really what I originally created. Originally, it started off as a Facebook group. That was the original intention in the group, was to create a community. And then Facebook gave me the boot. So I came here onto YouTube. YouTube gave me a strike. So I am trying to create a community for us. Okay, you ready for the cards, guys? Pick the deck you're drawn to. This is deck number 1. This is deck number 2. And this is deck number 3. Let me know when you choose your deck so I know I could move on to the reading. Deck number 1. Deck number 2. And deck number 3. I'm glad Bernadette and Janet. Okay, so that's going to be 3. This is going to be 2. I forgot to write down the time to choose your deck. Below. Okay. Amy, did you read what the card said? Shedding the old? That's very interesting, right? Okay, so if you chose, let me write this down. If you chose, I think that's a lobster, right? Yeah. Shedding the old, deck number 1. Oh, okay. Sure, Mo. This is deck number 1. This is deck number 2. And this is deck number 3. You got it, Mo? I hope your phone didn't freeze. Otherwise, the universe is just going to say, I'm going to pick a card for you. Okay, you chose this. You are deck number 1. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to move these. Let's see what's going on with deck number 1. Just separating the cards. Okay, so I have a feeling everyone's going to get very, very similar chakra cards because it definitely goes with the energy that we're in. You have family root chakra, home root chakra, sacral chakra money, and heart chakra emotional balance. That pretty much sums up your whole reading. So, okay, let's see what I feel here. Now, of course, you have the home and family card. So there is some kind of fear or feeling unsupported when it comes to your immediate, family, where you're living, the people you're living with. It doesn't necessarily have to be family. It had people in your household. I do feel for some, there's some back issues. It could be lower back. I'm feeling more in the lower back, but it could be anywhere in the back, especially like the middle. Almost like it's kidneys, like a kidney pain in your back. So if you're having some issues, and this doesn't apply to everyone, but if you're having some issues and you think like you may have a kidney stone or something, go get it checked because I do feel like where my kidney is, there's like a pain there. Once again, that doesn't apply to everyone. Remember, this is a collective. So, lower back issues. Definitely feeling unsupported and not safe, which is understandable because the energy that we're in is just like, it's like an explosion. And you don't know where to navigate to feel safe. And that's kind of like where you are. You're having a hard time navigating like what is safe for you. You might not feel the people around you are supporting you. Like you have no support. You have the heart chakra. So you're definitely going through a lot of emotional waves. We'll call them waves. Not necessarily like breakdown emotional waves, but I do feel, depending on who you are, a breakdown's coming, but you're avoiding it. Like you're pushing it down, you're swallowing it. And you may be having like anxiety. And I feel like a lot of the anxiety happens either at night or when you're sleeping. Like you might get like a flutter, like to catch your breath, or you'll feel it in your chest, but it's as soon as you relax or you try to go to sleep, or you're having crazy-ish dreams and you're waking up in like a full-fledged panic attack. That could also be possible. I also feel that there may, not all the time, but when you wake up in the morning, you're just in a bad mood. And there's no reason, and you want to snap out of it, but there's some kind of healing that's going on in your sleep when you're sleeping. So whatever you fall asleep to is going to pretty much dictate when you wake up. I mean, that goes for everyone, right? So if you're going to bed stressed, because this is definitely stress, because then there's the money issue, which is the sacral chakra. So pretty much from between your heart down, you're storing all your energy. So you're swallowing a lot of what's going on. How can I put this into words? Because I do this shit. I can't deal with it now. I have to figure out how to make something work or what I need to do, but you're not dealing with what you're feeling. So you just keep pushing it down and down. And this is when I think some kind of emotional breakdown is going to happen if you did not have it already. There's a big purge coming in for you. Your card was shedding the old. Let me read this sucker. Of course, it's so small. There is a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so you will be able to see these new prospects. So this purge, and I call them breakdowns, but this purge is going to clear out a lot of stuff that you've been healing in your dreams through what you've been experiencing, like these feelings, because these feelings are becoming very prominent. And for some, I feel like you just want to give up. You just like, I'm done, which feels hopeless, but it's really not, because that's when we surrender to it. So it's not hopeless. It's not hopeless. It's just something that's clearing out that this is old stuff. This is beyond childhood. This is like generational stuff, ancestral stuff. This is just old stuff that, your soul's like, yeah, we'll clear it out. And here you are. So there's definitely good things coming your way. Look at the cards. Let go. Look, can you see that? There you go. Let go. Listen to your intuition. Ask help from others. And if you believe. So okay, let me figure out the best way to deliver this message without sounding, because, other dimensions really don't care about us here on earth in human form. They forget that we have emotions. Basically, you're the one that's standing in your way. If you're waiting for someone to help you, it may or may not happen. But you don't need that. Basically, you have everything you need. It's a matter of being vulnerable and asking for help, trusting yourself. And if you can't do it yourself, don't force yourself to do something you can't do yourself. So trust that inner guidance and then seek the help you need to follow that guidance, not the most comfortable, easiest way to do it based on what you know. Does that make sense? That's kind of the feeling that they gave me, but not in those words. Let's put it that way. Heartache and loss. Ooh, these are stuck together. Fertility, foundations, and achievements. And here's your throat chakra. So that is about communicating what you need. Crown chakra. And my favorite card in the world, patience. Oh, Tracy, you got 2 cards. So the heartache and loss. There is something from your past that you may still be attached to. And remember, this is emotional. This is an emotional attachment. And what I suggest is kind of dig where that emotional attachment's coming from. Like, what is it really? It's not the person. The person triggers this inside of you. So don't think it's the person. It's not them. It's within you. And all you need to do is identify the feeling. Don't worry about where it came from, who did it, how long ago it happened, if you even remember this happened. That's irrelevant. Because like I said, a lot of this is old shit that's not even yours. So you're not going to figure it out. So the only way to transmute it is to allow yourself to feel it. Like, for instance, if there is an ex that you're attached to in some way, what is it that you're really attached to? It's not the person. It's maybe the way they make you felt, or the way they made you feel, the hope that they gave you. There's something. There's something about it. Forget about the person. Take away the person and dig. You're going to have to dig for this one. But as soon as you acknowledge it, it's going to transmute. It's going to, and you're going to open yourself up to opportunities. You have fertility, foundations, and achievements. And then, of course, the patience card. So the foundations and achievements feel like, for some, it may be money, coming into money. And for some, it may be a huge opportunity. So there's like 2 feelings to the foundation. But see, you have to put your vulnerable self out there so you can recognize it. It's not going to come to you if you are like in a shell, not letting anybody know that you're broken. We're all broken, but when we go deep, really broken, we don't want anybody to see us that way because we feel like we're weak. But the truth is, 1, we all go through that. And 2, it's not weak. It's very strong to keep carrying on, to keep moving forward in that situation or that experience. So stop looking at yourself as like, not screwed up. What's the word? I don't know if it's failure, but maybe your own way of defining that. Like, you tried something and it didn't work, and this is the end result, and you're just over it. Like, there's a lot of sadness here, but there's a lot of happiness coming from it. So journal. That's the thing that came to my head. Journal what you feel. It doesn't even have to be a sentence. Angry, mad, pissed, whatever it is that you're feeling, just write down what you're feeling, because it's going to help you identify. Like, for instance, I share this in Patreon. I always thought I was easygoing. That was my label. But I really discovered that's not it. I suppress what I feel because I'm the peacemaker. I don't want to hurt someone. I don't want them to be mad. I don't want to disrupt the peace. So my easygoingness was a mask for what really was going on. That's the same situation here. What you think it is just a mask to what's really going on. So if you dig just a little deeper, you're going to identify it, and it's going to clear away. And then you're going to feel so much better, and all these things are going to change and unfold for you. See, you got 29, remembrance. So this is you healing. This is also you remembering why you started, so to speak. Remembering why you chose this journey, why you chose this project, whatever it is. There's something that you're remembering the why behind it. And that why is what's going to keep you moving and clearing, because that's going to be the key to the healing. Then you have harmony. And this is number 17. And this is just you not just balancing your energy, but choosing what you give your energy to. Like, this whole healing experience is going to show you where you're wasting your energy and where you could be applying your energy. And then you're going to decide what you want to feed and what you want to get rid of. So that's a huge thing. That's a huge healing experience. And we'll call it experience. Then you have number 20, echoes. And this feels like ancestors. This feels like you have the ancestors behind you to help you with this healing, because that's exactly what you're healing. So don't think you're alone. I mean, I know you can't physically see them, but you can see them in your mind. You can communicate with them in your mind. That's very, very real. They're there. You may even see shadows or feel a presence around you. They're there. They're there to help you heal this, because they know you were the crazy one that said you wanted to heal this. So they're going to help you through it. So even if you feel alone and you feel unsupported, you know you're not. And maybe the people you're looking at aren't the ones that are your supporters anyway, which goes back to being vulnerable and, asking others for help. You don't know who's going to be the one that has your back. And it's going to be someone that you least expect. And the ones that you expected may not come through. You're just not vibing with them anymore. You're going through an intense healing. So let's see what your angel cards. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And don't say when, soon. And that's really up to you. Once you identify it, your hard work is paying off. Prosperity lies ahead. Take time to breathe out And your dreams need a practical plan, meaning you can't do everything alone. Okay? That doesn't mean you are incapable of it. It just means you need help. And I think that's going to shift how you feel if you're feeling lonely and unsupported. I just feel like you're going to be surprised with who comes through for you. Take time to breathe out. Go with it. Go with it. Whatever's in your control, take action. Whatever's not, you have to surrender to it. You can't change the physical world to do what you want because you think that's the way it has to happen. It's not. You want to change the physical world, you have to do it here. You have to do it here. You can't force things into place and pushing it because it's only going to fall apart. We all know this, okay? When you go against the tide, it frustrates you. And when you're frustrated, nothing works. And then when you surrender to it and you're not like dwelling on it and trying to control it, things just like unfold and happen quickly and easily. That's when you're in the zone. So you have Virgo. You have a Virgo card. Okay, so Virgo, the number 6, and then you will start all over again. And between these two cards, I'm going to say within, let's see, within the next 2 months, like April, May, what do we mean? February, March, April. Between April and May is when these massive changes, you're going to experience them. You're going to see them unfolding, but the outcome of it is going to happen like April, May, based on the energy you're in now, which doesn't mean if you really dig deep and find it and heal it, of course it'll happen faster, but based on the way you're feeding everything now, April, May, and that can always change. It could always be sooner, and that's kind of like up to us and our free will. So deck number 1, I forgot what number we were on. First one. Deck number 1, I hope that resonated with you. And now we're moving on to deck number 2. Blend into the environment. You have many skills and can fit into any situation. Take time to access what is going on around you and adapt accordingly. So, and the number is 36. So I don't know if 3 and 6 or the number 9 resonates with you in some way, but those are the numbers so far. And this one's interesting because what I'm feeling from this card is that you may be in an uncomfortable situation, or maybe you think you're moving into an uncomfortable situation. And it's only uncomfortable because it's helping you grow and expand. So I I do feel like you're in unfamiliar territory right now. And because it keeps saying adapt, and that's the word that I keep feeling is adapt. Everything is temporary, but there is something really amazing that's going to come out of you being uncomfortable or moving into this uncomfortable situation. So you have throat chakra, creativity, surprise, sacral chakra, emotions, and then solar plexus, inner child. I can't clear my throat. So let's see what we're going on here. So you're getting really, interesting visions. Like you're very into your imagination, and it could be the Pisces energy, Neptune energy, that like, ooh, like all loopy and shit. But there's something in those visions that is kind of assisting you as you move into this uncomfortable situation. There's something, it could feel far-fetched, but it's not. So don't dismiss it. Don't dismiss it, because there's something that's going to trigger this passion within you that is going to help you adapt to this new uncomfortable experience that you're in, or energy. It's more like energy that you're in. It's just uncomfortable because it's unknown, not that it's bad. So just know that it's definitely not bad. It's just unknown. Like you've never had it before. You don't know how to fit in. You don't know what to protect yourself from. It's just, but your abilities when it comes to visions, imagination, inspiration are on fire. And you're definitely getting tons of downloads. Even in your dreams, I feel like there's vivid dreams. Maybe you've had a dream, and when you woke up, you know those dreams when you wake up, you don't know if it really happened or if it was a dream. Like it's kind of that feeling. Like you're getting caught in between dimensions, and maybe you feel like you're losing your grip, but you're not. You're not. That's your higher self guiding you through this in a fun way, because then you have the inner child. So stop being serious. Stop taking everything so seriously and just have fun with that. These far-fetched, I keep feeling like these far-fetched visions. And maybe they're unrealistic. I don't know what it is that you're feeling, but it's something that came from childhood. That maybe you were a big dreamer as a kid, and you got shot down all the time. Oh, you got to be realistic. And that's your belief system. You need to be realistic. But you don't. You need to have fun. Play with it. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. Because within that, it's going to trigger this passion that you might not even know you've had. And you've had it the whole time. It's just that it was dormant. And it was dormant because as a child, it was shot down. And you left it there to like hide. And it's coming out. I think, okay, so based on the reading so far, between 1 and 2, I feel like we're all going to experience some kind of emotional breakdown. There's definitely a purging of emotions. And these emotions, hang on, let me see how I can put this into words. It's like you don't even know what they are. Like you think you're mad, but you're also sad, and maybe it's guilt. It's like a whole bunch of different things. So it's just whatever, it's bubbling to the surface, and it's just gonna just always try to connect to your solar plexus, to your gut. And don't close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what am I really feeling? What am I really feeling? Or start off with, where am I feeling it? Where in my body am I feeling this? And just keep asking yourself, and yourself will answer. You will answer. It will show you. Your body will respond to what you're asking it. And this is how you can become aware of the core emotion attached to all these other ones. Once again, those are just labels. Just labels. So you have new beginnings, rest and rejuvenate, rejoice and celebration, partnerships, and harmony. So, deck number 2 feels like, hang on, I knew these cards. I took out the Twin Flame deck because I had a feeling it was going to be, it was going to come up. Ooh. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so you have unrequited love, forgiving and learning, and keep an open mind. And what this feels like is, this is either someone, I almost want to say like you've ended a relationship, but maybe you physically didn't separate yet, but the relationship has been over. This is something that is just like a safety net, like just someone that you're comfortable. And because you're going into this unknown stuff, it's the only familiar thing left. And that's what the connection or attachment to this person is. There's definitely someone new coming into your life, but you have to let go of this old comfortable sock. I don't know why it felt like a sock, but I don't know why that came out. But it's just like, it's just comfortable. And that is literally what's keeping you from bringing in the new. Because you see, you got to keep an open mind. So remember, you're going into unknown territory, like everywhere in your life, right? Relationship is the same thing. It's going to be someone that maybe isn't your type, or a person that you've never dated before or were attracted to. Like they're going to be someone out of the norm for you. And of course, you're going to be attracted to them. It's just that you've shifted a lot of patterns, which is why you're in this unknown vibration right now. So everything coming to you is unknown, as well as when it comes to work. Either you're changing jobs or careers, or if you own a business, you're expanding it, you're adding something new to it. There's some kind of expansion going on when it comes to work. So there's a lot of new beginnings, like everywhere. And it's going to take a leap of faith. So now that you're on a roll of everything uncomfortable, keep doing everything that's uncomfortable, because it's going to bring you an amazing outcome. You also may be going away soon. Either you're planning a trip or you're going on a spontaneous trip. But within the next couple of months, there's some kind of trip involved. And it's going to be much needed with all these changes that are coming your way. You're going to have that chance to like just process all the craziness that has been going on. So there is a much needed trip coming up. You have opportunity within the next few months. Take action and improving health. So I don't feel anything like sick. I'm not a doctor, but usually I'll pick up on things. I feel this is mostly coming from stress. It's stress related. So whether it's your back hurts, you're tired, you're achy, you just don't feel right, food's not agreeing with you anymore. A lot of it is just the stress of trying to control the unknown. So as soon as you surrender to it, you're going to feel better. And as soon as you start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, you're going to relax and allow it to come. And it's there. It's there. Just know that you're getting rid of a lot of old stuff. So Don't attach to anything familiar. If it's meant to be with you in this next phase, it'll be there. If it's not, you have all new, completely new, which is awesome. You have Leo and Cancer come up in your cards. You have the number 5, the number 11, and the number 4. So what's interesting is within the next month or so is when all these changes will unfold. You'll be aware of it. You'll be aware of where everything is taking you. If you're already in this uncomfortable, unknown stuff, you're gonna get like clarity on why this is happening or where it's taking you. Does that make sense? So just hang in there a little bit. Just hang in there. You're at the home stretch. You're at the home stretch. So you have the adventure card, which goes back to have fun. This whole thing is an adventure. Instead of letting it stress you out because it's unknown, just go with it. Just go with it and laugh. I don't know why this is coming through. So when you feel overwhelmed or defeated or whatever it is, laugh. Make a joke about it. Notice that you did something silly. Like when I get mad, I'll do something stupid and then I'll just start laughing because if anybody saw me, it's so ridiculous. So do stuff like that. Like just laugh at your response to something that is looking to take you down, but it's not. So you have to bring humor into it. Even if you watch a comedian or a funny show, just laugh because you want to get out of that old stagnant energy that's trying to pull you down and bring yourself up into a lighter, more peaceful energy. Having emotional breakdowns and crying are great, but you get the same thing from laughing until your stomach hurts. You will get the same outcome if you do either one. So I'm going to suggest laugh. Unless you need a good cry. Then laugh about your good cry, right? Direction. So this is your true calling, your life path card. And the number is 30. So you are on the right path. You have true color, true calling, and life path. So you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, even though it feels like you have no control over it. You have no clue what you're doing. You do. You just don't remember you do, which is why I thought about doing the meditation tonight, connecting to our higher self, because our higher self knows. Our higher self knows what we chose. Like my sister Judy said, our higher self knows why we chose to come here, knows what our goals were, what path we were going to take. Even though when we come here, we don't remember shit, our higher self still knows. So you have to trust that your higher self has your back. That's probably the only thing in the cosmos that has your back is your higher self. It's there to listen. It's there to teach. It's there to heal. It's there to guide. It's there to remind you. Even have a conversation with yourself. So you're never alone. So you're definitely on the right path. Messages. Synchronicities. So that's number 27. But this is also the download. I'm going to call them downloads. Those visions and inspiration. You're getting a shit ton of messages, and then you're getting the synchronicities to validate those messages, like the repetitive numbers or certain bugs or animals, or you're seeing something repetitive. That's the validation that you're on the right path, that whatever you were thinking is right, is true. So you have hold your vision, So don't lose sight of the why you started. Have faith in your dreams. Don't let the past hold you back. And confidence is the key to success. So the confidence goes back to the solar plexus. Have fun. Don't be so serious, because that gives yourself the permission to screw up and learn. And that's where the confidence comes in. Not because you know shit. Confidence comes in because you know you'll survive it. You'll know you'll move past it. You know you'll learn from it. That's really where confidence is. It's not knowing what you're going to do. Right? Right. Okay. So, deck number 2, I hope that resonated with you. And now we're going to move to deck number 3. So, if you chose the little fishies, I know they're a specific fish. I don't know what kind of fish. So they're the fishies. Oh, see, everybody almost got the same chakra cards. Rediscover your zeal. Pay attention to the passion you are feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. So this just feels like exciting so far. Like something big is coming through for deck number 3. Like there's something big coming in. Let's see what it says. Okay, so you have throat, heart, and heart. So, to me, the throat and the heart chakra, kind of like all the chakras work together, but the throat and the heart chakra are very, very important, that relationship, because your deepest desires, unconditional love, your true self is in your heart. And your throat is how you express that. Your throat is the vibration that we send out into the universe. So when those are aligned, everything's, I don't want to say easy, because there's nothing easy about being here. Even if you have the blueprint, because it's about expansion and growth. So it's not going to be easy. However, it's easier to surrender to it and to go with the flow when your throat and your heart chakra are aligned. And I feel like the alignment, there's an alignment. However, there is still some forgiveness. There is still some healing that has to take place. And I feel like it's more of forgiving yourself. Either for not knowing what you didn't know, or whatever it is. I feel like it's forgiving yourself. And the throat chakra is you about being more assertive and standing your ground, especially when it comes to the direction you're moving in, because you have a very clear idea of what your path is and what you want to achieve and what you want to accomplish. And it's not lack of confidence that you're not assertive. It's probably some other shit. And maybe that's where the forgiveness comes in. And I feel like that's forgiveness of self. So there's some kind of belief that you attach to this that is keeping you from being more assertive. Not that you're weak and not that you're a doormat, but be more assertive in the way you express yourself. Don't, if there's any concerns or worries, then work on the heart chakra and dig a little deep where those beliefs are coming from, and then forgive yourself and let it go. It's really, it sounds so easy, right? There's the answer. So you have discontent and boredom, solitude, trapped in fear, intuition, and third eye. So the third eye is the vision, the idea, that like path that you're on. That's what this is. Your intuition is pretty much on fire also. Like I said, the energy that we're in is all supporting um intuition, we'll just say. So your intuition is like amped up right now. However, if you're not if you don't think you're receiving the clarity through your intuition and through your visions and your purpose and things like that, is because you have discontent, boredom, trapped in fear, and solitude. It's because you're in a shell. You're isolating yourself from people. Maybe not on purpose, or maybe you feel like, you know what, people just suck. I'm just gonna stay solo. Um, and that's where the trapped in fear comes from. Because if you don't, and I totally correlate to this, you don't want to be around people because they suck, they disappoint, they make you lose hope. But that's where the fear is. So if you can address that fear, isolating yourself is going to happen a lot less, because you're going to see something differently. And discontent and boredom is because you're just isolating yourself and you want the outcome that you want, but you're not seeing the results yet. But you keep getting guided to do it, but you're not seeing the results yet. So that's kind of what's with that. Like you're losing your patience, which is total understandable. I get it. Okay, so you have look for a sign. I'm trying to get the words. Within the next few weeks, you got the forgiveness card again. And then not the right time. So something either you've been pushing or trying hard to make happen or accomplish. If it's not working, it's because the timing is off. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It doesn't mean you're not doing the right thing. I just feel like you put all this energy into something, and you just need to take a step back and let it unfold. You don't need to control it anymore. You don't need to micromanage everything anymore. Now you have to trust the timing. You have to trust that everything's going to fall into place exactly when it's supposed to fall into place. I know that's not easy, but you're going to have to trust that, because what you're trying to push literally is out of your control. You have no control over this. Anything you have control over, you've addressed. Anything, especially when it comes to feeding the energy into this manifestation, it's full. It's just the timing. And during that time of, it's not even a delay, because it's all about the timing. But during that time of allowing it to happen, I don't want to say waiting. There you go, Suzanne. You have to forgive yourself. I don't mean to say you have to. You may want to forgive yourself. Work on self-forgiveness, because when you forgive yourself, you have this compassion and empathy for yourself, which most people don't. None of us do. And then it's easy to have true compassion and empathy for others, but yet be assertive. Instead of the one that's got to fix, protect, and heal everyone else, you're going to pay more attention to yourself. So this is a very crucial time for you to be with yourself as you trust the divine timing to fall into place. And here's the solitude card again. Like, really? Solitude. But see, the solitude brings clarity. It brings a deeper connection to yourself. But you can't always avoid people. Or maybe it's relationships. Like, you're avoiding something with people, whether it's relationships, people in general, or maybe you want to do something like make a video, but you're avoiding that people are going to watch you. So you don't want them to see you. Like, it could be something like that. It doesn't necessarily, once again, collective. It could be anything. Kinship. Okay, so this one, if you look at the card, it feels like there's all this help around you. Because if you look at the card, there's all the animals there, right? You see all the animals there, like they're all coming to help her. I feel like you have the support around you and people who want to see you succeed. There are, maybe not everybody, but the ones that count want to see you succeed, want to help you along the way. You really do have the support you need around you. So don't even question that. Don't question that. And, and I can relate to this. This is why I had this feeling. But I got to do it myself. Why? I'm stubborn. I'm a Taurus, so I'm stubborn like that. Why do you have to do everything yourself? I ask myself this all the time. Well, I'm not, but this might be a question that you want to ask yourself. Why do you feel like you have to do everything yourself? Why is it so bad if somebody helps you? Or if somebody sees your vulnerability, like, I don't know how to do this. You do. Could you help me? Or I'm feeling overwhelmed. I mean, I could do, but I'm overwhelmed. Whatever it is, and I think that was another deck that came up. I don't know if it was two or one of them, about being vulnerable and asking for help, because you have the help around you. Then you have the celestial card. This is your soul path. This is your destiny. This is also your intuition, like your intuition. Maybe you're coming into new gifts as well. Maybe you discovered something new about your gifts, because your intuition is like the main theme for these cards tonight. So, excuse me. I know. And it's kind of like it's part of the conditioning on this planet is you have to do everything yourself, and you're always competing with everyone else. So you can't ask them for help because you're competing with, like, what the fuck is that? That doesn't even make sense. We are genetically wired to be like communities with other people and helping one another. So to come out with this goes against who we really are and how we're wired genetically. So that's something I constantly work on. I do. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not, but I do work on it. And this might be something you want to use this spare time and do. You didn't get any astrology cards, but you did get the number 1 and the number 3. Now, the 1 is new beginnings, a new path. You're on the right path. And 3 is community and gathering. So, I don't know if something big is happening for deck number 3. Something big is unfolding. And maybe because you can't see anything yet, you think it's not, but it's definitely going to surprise you. It's definitely, and I did not get a time frame. So, surprise. You have emotions are running high. Step out of your comfort zone. A time to give rather than take. And balance spirituality and practicality. So balance your analytical mind and your intuitive mind. They work together. You just got to find that healthy balance. And when you recognize any self-talk intervening in between the two, that's when you transmute that. That's when you're like, okay, what is this? Where do I feel it? And ask 101 questions until it's gone. I'm just reading Suzanne's. Yeah. If you're being, I don't want to say forced, but I guess at some point the universe does force us to do stuff. But when you're getting like nudged to do something and then your logical mind's like, oh no, we can't because blah, 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 blah. And really it's shit that doesn't matter. When you really take a step back and listen to yourself, we're crazy. The things that we think about and think that matter. Right? But you got to take that time to like hear your thoughts, hear what you're saying to yourself, because usually it's not even true. It doesn't exist. The only one that's there for you, once again, I'm going to say it, is your higher self. And your higher self will be those little nudges, that idea, that inspiration. Anything that's repetitive over and over in your head is your mind. And once you feel a connection between the two, you will learn how to separate the two. You're like, oh, that's my mind. Oh, that's an intuitive nudge. So deck number 3. Okay, so you got kicked. I hope that resonated with you. So now, beautiful souls, we are going to do the meditation. So this meditation, yes, Pisces is very emotional, and we're just in a very emotional energy. We are, which is why the meditation I want to do with water, because water is cleansing, and water reminds us to go with the flow. So hopefully we'll let go of some stuff that we don't. I'm trying to get comfortable here. We'll let go of some stuff that we don't need. And we're also going to connect to our higher self. So get comfy. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And let out a big sigh. Take another deep breath in and follow that breath through your body. And as you exhale, follow the exhale breath. And feel your body relax and let go. Now imagine a golden light above your head. The highest frequency of love and light. Imagine like liquid energy is pouring in through the top of your head. Feel the warmth as it relaxes your scalp, your forehead, your ears, your eyes, down your face. Feel this warm liquid energy relaxing your shoulders, your throat, down your arms, out through your fingers. As it moves down your chest, relaxing your ribs. Feel your back relax. Your stomach. The warmth moving down your hips, down your legs, and out through the soles of your feet. And now just follow this liquid relaxation once again through the top of your head as it flows down your entire body, relaxing, filling you up with pure love and light. And you feel your body begin to vibrate or tingle. And your body feels very heavy and very limp as it relaxes into the chair or the bed. Very heavy and limp like a rag doll. Now we call on your spirit family, your angels and guides, spirit animals, loved ones, galactic family, ancestors, anyone who's here on your team to protect you and guide you and help you heal. And imagine they're standing around you holding hands in a circle, sending you this pure light of protection. And like a bubble, you're enveloped in this protective energy, knowing you are safe, protected, and have healing energy within you. Now imagine you're at your sacred place, a place where you feel safe, honored, accepted, and loved. A safe, loving place. And this is created just for you. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel the air caress your skin. Listen to the sounds that are in this place. Can you smell anything? What else do you feel in this sacred place? Now in front of you there is a path. You decide to walk along this path. Just observe what this path looks like. What it's surrounded by. What it sounds like, smells like. And as you walk along this path, just in front of you is a beautiful waterfall. And you know that this waterfall is very, very special. Because within the water are golden specks of light. And you know that it's a healing waterfall. And it was created just for you to come and heal. You continue to walk towards the waterfall, feeling very supported and safe. It is a path created just for you that leads right underneath the waterfall. And you can feel the warmth of the sun and the sounds of your spirit animals. You know that you can enter this waterfall and allow the water to pour over through the top of your head, and you will be safe and protected. So you approach the waterfall and allow the gentle water to gently pour in through the top of your head as it envelops your body with this cleansing water, freeing you from any attachments, any emotional blocks, stories, beliefs, and paradigms. Anything you are willing and ready to let go of washes away with this waterfall. And you can feel your body tingle as this water is the perfect temperature for you. As it clears, transmutes, and transcends across time, space, dimensions, and realities. Anything that no longer serves you, allow it to wash away and fill you up with pure, golden love and light. And now you go back on your path, walking away from the waterfall. Just in front of it, you see a bench. This bench was created just for you. It fits you perfectly, comfortably. You decide to sit and just watch the waterfall, knowing that you are cleansed, rejuvenated, renewed. And behind this waterfall, you see a reflection of yourself. And as this reflection becomes clearer and clearer, you recognize that this is your higher self. Your higher self begins to walk towards you, glowing in pure love and light, smiling at you, proud of you, knowing you're doing an amazing job right now. And your higher self sits next to you on the bench. And you can talk about anything, ask anything. And your higher self is reminding you that you have everything you need, all the guidance, all the protection, all the skills, gifts, and talents that you need, and that you're never alone. They are always there. They always have your back. Just need to trust them when things get rough. Allow them to take over and guide you out of the storm. See, your higher self already knows the outcome. And they're leading you on the exact path you chose, knowing you are always guided in the right direction, reminding you that you are never alone. And now your higher self gives you a very special gift. And you take this gift and you place it on your heart and allow your heart to absorb this gift. Your higher self wants you to know that all you have to do is call on them and they will always be there. You always can communicate with them in any way you choose. They never, ever leave you alone. Thank your higher self for always being there, their guidance and wisdom, protection and love. And thank the waterfall for the gift of healing. And now you continue back on your path, back towards your sacred place. And your spirit family is there, so proud of you, smiling, knowing you did an amazing job. You enter the circle again, and here they protect you in a beautiful rainbow of loving light, reminding you that they are always there for you to guide you, protect you, and help you heal. You thank your spirit family, and slowly each step you become more and more aware of the room, more aware of your body, more aware of the sounds around you. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Okay, guys, how did you like that meditation? I still have this thing, allergies, whatever it is. So I hope you guys enjoy that and you got to meet up with your higher self. You got some clarity, maybe messages. Maybe you feel lighter. I love doing the waterfall meditation. Oh, that's cool, Bernadette. Judy, I'm glad you liked it. Awesome. That's good. Good, the emotional release. Well, you can repeat, however you experience that meditation, you could always do it on your own or listen to the meditation again. I love doing the waterfall meditations because there's something very cleansing about it. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Now I'm stuffy again. At the end of my circles, I always end up stuffy. Thank you guys for joining me. I love you guys. I wish you all an abundance of love and light. And I will see you the next moon circle or meditation. So be sure to subscribe because I am going to randomly do things. Love you too. Thank you guys. Have an awesome night and may you be blessed with everything the new moon has to offer you. Good night.